Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. My best friend and my then wife untagged my best friend told me his wife was having an affair. He was devastated. I supported him and got him through it. 8 months later, him and my then wife started falling around. She would get me to drop her off to meet the girls. Actually, I was devastated. But it gave me the push to cut her off. I met my now wife, who is beyond amazing. My ex-wife now lives a grim life on the breadline. My now ex-best friend, well, his wife left him and took the children overseas to live. Sometimes, karma does have your back. My ex cheated and left for her AP. She would come to regret her decision. I'm not sure why, but she decided to brag about what she did. A lot of her friends, including her best friend, walked out of her life and into mine. Her ex-best friend became my best friend. In time, we became lovers and then husband and wife. We've been married 23 years and a couple for 25. The ex was pissed when she found out. She called my sister and said that we had betrayed her. I guess screwing another man in our bed doesn't count as betrayal in her world. It's good to know that you found someone else, someone better. Good for you. Lol, the ducking nerve to say you both betrayed her. Absolute no self-awareness at all. I think I commented on your story before, as it is eerily similar to mine, including timelines. I hate when people ask me how we met and I say she was my ex-best friend. They immediately assume we did the cheating. This is true. I would have to add that we didn't cheat because we've gotten a few side glances over the years. I started telling people that we were introduced by mutual friends. Lol, that's a great workaround. Lol, my ex reconnected with her first love, who her family despised due to being abusive. She then left me and our 2 boys to go be with the love of her life. Just over 2 years later, she's living in a homeless shelter for battered women. She refuses to contact any family because they first abandoned her when she left. Her first love also got her addicted to pain meds, so she's recovering from that also. What a tragic story. I hope that you and the kids have moved on. You don't want your kids around a druggie, so try to get her parental rights terminated. Good luck, and I'm sorry. Feel bad for her kids, but she got what she deserved. What do you mean they abandoned her when she left? Was it because she was with the abusive ex? This got physical in front of her parents when she was like 15. They kicked him out and showed her that what he was doing was very wrong. Years later she reconnected, then left to be with him. When she asked her parents to respect her decision, they told her no. After arguments, they told her not to contact them until she came to her senses. How does somebody just abandon their kids? I'll never understand that. My ex-wife walked out when our youngest was 2 weeks old to be with her lesbian lover/robbery accomplice. Still together almost 2 years later, living their best life while I raise our 4 kids by myself. She has some serious cosmic justice coming her way. Have you terminated her parental rights? Not yet. I do have full custody. My God, I can't even imagine. At least you can face yourself in the mirror every day. Seriously, what the hell? You still want her back? I want the person I thought she was. She has caused too much hurt and told too many lies to ever be trusted again. My ex-wife left me for some online guy she just met. I've told her I know you believe in karma, so you should be afraid. 2 months later her new love overdosed and died. Karma is real. Did he overdose on her love? Dude, what happened to you was tragic. A dual betrayal like that by both your former friend and former wife burns in all corners. Of all the women he could have had, the prick chose to take your wife and she just gives in to him. You didn't deserve that. But this here put a smile on my face for you. I met my now wife, who is beyond amazing. My ex-wife now lives a grim life on the breadline. My now ex-best friend, well, His wife left him and took the children overseas to live. Justice has been served. I hope that they both have a long life thinking over their foolish life choices, knowing that it cost them everything and now they're left to their own misery. And I'm glad you found your light. Keep flying high, brother. Edit, to add to questions asked. Both of them ended up with other people, not each other. My ex-wife remarried. Her new husband, although not an unpleasant man, doesn't work or drive and she is only part-time, so money, I suspect, is tight. She generally only buys the cheapest food and holidays, etc. The now ex-best friend moved away and met someone else. I know little more than this. Naturally, when they were carrying on together behind my back, he promised her the earth and naturally did not deliver. Oddly, I wish them both well. Their cheating, however far it got, led me to the absolute love and darling of my life. My ex-wife had children together, none of whom now speak to her. The best revenge on a cheater is living your life better than when she destroyed your relationship. I'm glad you were able to move on, overcome and succeed. You have no idea how much I wanted to hear this. There needs to be more stories like this on this sub. It's good for everyone here. I'll add mine. Wife cheated, presumably left me for a married man, who also left his own wife. I don't know how their thing has ended up, I wouldn't know because I don't follow it. But what I do know is that the other guy apparently had problems in the bedroom, like, he's a minute man and apparently terrible in bed otherwise. This according to his now ex-wife. So, my wife left a man, me, who wasn't so emotionally available. There were reasons for this, much of it a result of her own actions, for a guy who will tell her whatever she wants to hear, but he kisses like a middle schooler and has no stamina. Which sucks for her because I know the minimum amount of time it takes her, and what he got ain't gonna cut it. Smile. In any case, that relationship is doomed to fail sooner or later if it hasn't already. Why? Because it's two cheaters together. There can be no real trust in that relationship and it was founded on dishonesty to begin with. I don't even have to do anything, it will work itself out. At the first sight of trouble or conflict, and there will always be conflict in every relationship, it's already determined how they are going to handle things. Smile. No happy endings for them. They'll both just avoid healthy conflict until one of them blows their top and blows it all up, probably by cheating, lol. On the other side of things, I met my current girlfriend 2 weeks after my divorce was final and we're now on month 8 of our relationship. We've recently been looking at engagement rings together. Smile. She is 1000 times the woman my ex-wife could ever hope to be in every conceivable way. Emotionally mature, actually has common sense. My ex-wife had zero common sense, is much more fun in the sensual way, is actually trustworthy and doesn't just give lip service to a moral code. She actually has one, and oh, did I mention she's way hotter than my ex-wife? While I may or may not get a front row seat to the eventual demise of my ex-wife's happiness/soul, I already got a teaser. You see, the stupid shrew had kept Facebook connections to all of my family and friends, and further, she had left up all of our wedding photos on her profile for months after we divorced. The first picture I posted of myself and the ex's replacement, every one of those people she stayed connected to liked and commented well wishes to the happy couple. This apparently came across the ex's timeline because in no time she then disconnected, defriended, all of those people and then summarily erased, or hid, those photos of our wedding. I may not know all of the details, but what I do know is that she wasn't exactly indifferent to me being in a serious relationship with a hotter woman. Smile. That alone made my heart smile. I can't wait for the first time she actually sees us together in person. It's likely just a matter of time. Unless she leaves town, which would be fine with me. I still go to all the same places I used to go. Same restaurants, etc. This is my town, not hers. The restaurants that used to be mine and the ex's restaurants are now mine and my soon-to-be fiancé's restaurants. So, still a story in progress to some degree, but I can't lose. I've already won. I came out on top with a hotter woman than I had before, also a better person, but the hotness thing I'm sure drives my ex wild, and I didn't cede any territory to that awful harpy. She can learn to just deal with possibly seeing me with a hotter woman all over me, or she can move smile. As much as what she did hurt, it actually benefited me. I got out of a marriage to someone who really, in hindsight, I wasn't happy with anyhow, for a variety of reasons. The cheating on her part was just the thing that finally ended an already shitty marriage, and even had we worked on the marriage, I was ultimately with someone who wasn't even trustworthy. So I dodged a bullet and caught an orchid smile. How I moved on from my ex-progress. I was asked to post my story by a friend. He said it would give people suffering through infidelity hope. I met my ex, Cara, in early 1994. We clicked fast. We introduced each other to our families and friends within a month. Everyone got along great. At this point life was perfect. 1 year after we met, I asked Cara to marry me. She accepted and we started planning our wedding. We decided on a date in August '96. I was walking on air. Cara moved in with me in early March '96. She wanted to find a job quickly and contribute to the household. I wanted her to wait until after the wedding. I made more than enough to easily support us both. But she was adamant. This is when things started to fall apart. She went to work for a design firm in late March. Within a month she started working, she became distant, showed little affection and started talking endlessly about her project manager. I should have seen the red flags. But nope. D-Day was June 12, 1996. I came home from work early, and yep, found Cara and her project manager, Tim, in our bed. They both panicked. Tim grabbed his clothes and left. Cara sat on the bed getting dressed and told me we were through. Her reason: he can help my career, you can't. 2 weeks after, Cara's BFF, Terry, called. She hadn't spoken with Cara in a while and wanted to chat. I told her what happened. She thought I was making a joke and started laughing. When I was silent, Terry realized I was serious. Cara had been kind enough to give me her new address and phone number, if I ever wanted to chat or visit, like that was going to happen. I gave Terry her address and number. Terry came to my house about 2 hours later. She is normally very upbeat and smiling. This time, she looked like she wanted to murder someone. She came in and gave me a hug. She cut loose with a massive outburst about Cara and how she was lying beword and that she was done with her. Cara had told Terry that I was physically and emotionally abusive. What a pile of crap. Terry and I started hanging out together. We never really talked a lot before. Turns out we both absolutely love British history and Italian food. Terry went back to school to finish her thesis in the fall of '96. We called each at least once a week and we also visited each other a few times. In early November I called and asked if I could visit her on the 9th. She was about to start doing some hard research and I knew her time was going to be needed for her project. I went to her apartment. When I got there, she asked me if I was calling and visiting her because I wanted to talk to someone or was it because I liked time with her. This made me chuckle. I told her that my friends live within a mile of me. If I wanted to just talk or hang out I wouldn't run up my phone bill or drive 2 hours. I liked being with her. She smiled and we went out for dinner and a movie. When we went back to her place she turned and kissed me. I was stunned but quickly recovered and kissed her back. Our first date, first kiss and the first time we slept in the same bed. The other first happened the next day when I left to get breakfast for us and came back to her apartment with an engagement ring. We were married on May 9, 1998. A few months after we were married, my sister called. Cara wanted to talk to me. She gave my sister her number. Terry said I should call, so I did. She apologized and wanted to know if we could try again. I thanked her and said I had moved on. At this point Terry got on the call. Cara ended the call quickly after that. Cara called my sister and said that we had betrayed her. WTF. Edit: I should have included this in the original post but forgot to. In September I was visiting Terry and we're hanging out at a willow grove in Gypsy Hill Park. We were talking about nothing in particular. She turned to me and took my hand and said, "I know you're hurting, I know you're trying to hide it. I want you to know that when you are ready to try again I will never let go of your hand." I broke at that point. Every emotion that I had been holding back came pouring out. That was when I started to see her as more than a friend. It would be another 2 months before we became a couple. I believe that walk was our turning point. The best ending one could ever expect. Glad to see how things went beautiful rather than being tragic after she left you. You should thank her for everything she has done because she got you married to a better woman indirectly who was her best friend. There is nothing better than getting revenge on your cheating ex by marrying their best friend and living happily. I wish you the best of luck, my friend. It wasn't planned to be revenge, but I see how it looks like. If Kara had been faithful, Terry and I never would have become a couple. I'm very happy she wasn't. Terry has been the best partner I could ask for. Honestly, who cares what it looks like? Neither of you owe her anything. You wouldn't be married 23 years later if it was revenge. What a good ending to a sad story. Kara sure is delusional to say that you two betrayed her. This is very true. We built a lot together. We were able to retire early. And are enjoying our life more than ever. The "we betrayed her" comment gave me a real good laugh. Seriously, how much of a narcissist and sociopath is she? Did Tim help Kara's career, or did he pump and dump? Please tell me it was the latter. It would make an excellent story. Epic. By the way, congrats on the upcoming anniversary. They didn't last. Big shocker. Last I heard, she's on her 3rd marriage and it's not going well. This was a while ago. You dodged a bullet. The best thing she ever did for you was to cheat on you and finish the relationship. That forced you to move on. The same thing happened to me and my life has been so much better than if I had ended up married to him. It's always good to know how much better off we are now. So, she was rode hard and put up wet. Couldn't have happened to a more deserving strumpet. Wishing you health and happiness. The key is, you are a good human and good things were in store for you. Wishing you both health and happiness. Great job. Sounds like some well-deserved karmic justice. 23 years this Sunday. If I ever see Kara again I will thank her. Kara is a selfish and entitled nut job. It would have been funny if you said Terry could help my career. You couldn't. Congrats on escaping Kara. Oh, that would have been good. Wish I had thought of it. Wow. This is very similar to my story, except I started going to her best friend in hopes to reconcile with my cheating ex. Because of what she did to me they had stopped being friends and her ex-best friend became my best friend and in November 1999 my partner for life. If I run into my ex someday, I would thank her too. That is awesome. So, the project manager had helped Kara with her career? Well, that didn't last. I don't know the details. Didn't care to know. Man, so nice to hear happy endings. WTF is wrong with people like Kara who have to lie about others in order to cover for their own poor character. Wonder if she ever changed? I've thought that many times. I'm not and never have been a violent person. She told my best friend and his wife the same thing. They also knew better. Kara was invited to never visit them again. Kara betrayed herself. She thought she could monkey branch but the branch broke, she fell and there was no cushion to break her fall. Now she's hurt about it so blames everyone else, except herself, for her poor choices. Well played fella, and may you continue to be successful. Very true. Looks like project manager got a younger girl. Most likely, sucks for my ex, smiley face. Or that he's been sleeping around too widely that the project simply flunked and everyone on board sank with him. Man, this is so wholesome. Damn, I just gave out my awards to another one, this post deserved it better. Anyway, I wish you all the very best. That's okay. I'm glad you liked it. I was asked to post my story because it has a happy ending and so few infidelity stories do. I'm actually surprised it has gotten the traction it has. I was prepared for a lot of backhanded comments. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.